All right. Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome back to Tomboy Official. Some little changes for my intentions for today. Because last night, while I was doing this whole sleep hygiene, sleep routine improvement, which did work, I ended up having some kind of intestinal thing that I think has mostly passed. I don't know, it's maybe TMI, but like my stomach, like around 4 a.m., I just woke up with this like pain, like below my navel in like this weird place. And then suddenly I was like, ooh, toilet. And then did that whole thing, and it just opened up some kind of floodgate. And then I was like, all right, that was a lot, and wow. And then I went back to sleep. So maybe this is gonna be a combo of like a queer dream episode, because there's some of that in there too. So and I wrote down the dreams. So right now I'm sitting in the car getting some sun. I know it sounds weird, but you know, I have still my old car, and I just kind of warm it up to kind of get the battery, so the battery doesn't just like die. And so I'm taking off my jacket right now. It's kind of an excuse to get a little sun, get a little fresh air. And it's parked right in the driveway where the sun, this time of day, it's like 1:30 p.m. on a Sunday. The sun just kind of is still over the house. So the front of the car is still in shade, but the driver's seat and the passenger seat is in the sun. And so I can just chill. It's a small car, mostly black interior with some kind of blue and gray, typical old Eclipse from like the what year was it? 2000. This car is a 2003, but I got it in 2002. So I love this little thing. But yeah, at the moment I'm just kind of sitting out, getting sun, getting air. I did want to go to the beach, but I'm seeing if I might go out tonight. I don't know. That might be a thing. I might get out this evening, but like when it's dark, I don't know yet. I haven't really fully decided, but I need to take it easy. It's not warm out, but when I'm sitting in the car, got the windows open, it's really breezy, and by 2 p.m. it's supposed to start getting really windy and cloudy. So I just was like, okay, I can sit out here, do a little podcasting, smoke a little bit of a bowl, chill in the sun, get some vitamin D in me, which is what I'm doing right now. So I'm just kind of trying to relax and not overdo it. I want to go to the beach, but it's going to be colder there. It's not far from here, but it's going to be colder, and I don't know, maybe it's a cop-out, maybe I'm not. Maybe I could just go, but I'm like, I still might go tonight. If I go to the dispensary, I might go out, grab some items, and then go to the beach a little bit. I wanted to do some earthing, but I can do that in the backyard just fine too, so I don't really know. But I was like, dang, I'm kind of bummed because I really was wanting to go to the beach. And strangely, I slept good. Well, not really, but I officially woke up at like 10:30 a.m. And like, people who know me, it's rare that I sleep past like 6:45, 6:30. Like, that's rare for me. But I was up like quite a few times and slept probably around... I kept waking up because I drank a lot of water. So I think I was kind of dozing around maybe 12:45 and then... or maybe even 12:30, and then around 1:15 a.m. I got up for a bathroom break and to adjust the heater because, the heater gets like super hot. But I think I was cold last night. Like, I was kind of more chilly than usual because usually when I bundle up, I get warm, and so I was kind of like, why am I so cold, So maybe I kind of got a little something, or maybe it's from something I ate. Like I mentioned, I had the burrito. It might have been from the beans. I had that bibimbap with those like spicy kimchi and spiced like veggie stuff like on Friday. But I feel like all that kind of passed, so I don't really know. And then the only thing I can think is that I had this that soon tofu beef stew before I went to the gym. And even when I went to the gym, I wasn't feeling like too like strong. Like, I did do the workout, but I wasn't feeling fast or strong. But again, like, I had a lot of like THC and psilocybin in my system, so like there's only so much that the little bit of C4 I took was gonna do. But I did strangely sleep relatively well until I started waking up. So with that stomach issue, so I don't really know what it was. So far this morning around maybe 10:45, I ate a perfect bar. I had half of an acai bowl. I just had like acai, I think it was like agave, some blueberries, strawberries, bananas, coconut. I don't know if it had cacao shavings. I don't really know. It has a bunch of stuff in it, but I'm probably gonna just actually, maybe I'll go do that right now. Just go grab an edible real fast so it'll just sink in my system. Alright, so I did that. I had about 2.5 milligrams of THC, about indica, about 13 milligrams of CBD, and not sure. I hear the seagulls. Not sure how much I had of this other sativa edible. I got this one freebie way back. It was a sativa. And this isn't the podcast where I just talk about pot, but I mean, whatever. I'm already in it, so might as well. It's a big part of my day today, so might as well. But I got this 100 milligram sativa gummy not long ago. Well, probably long ago by now, and I just take little pieces off of it, so I have no idea how much I took. It was maybe like the size, maybe 2 millimeters worth, 2 millimeters cubic. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, if I have to give an approximation, that's about what I would say. But I don't really know. Dude, I'm looking at this car. When they have for your when you need the next oil change, and it's saying at 199,000 miles. It was like 199,501 miles. I'm at like 195,000 and something, so I haven't even gotten close to that yet. Because I haven't driven this car since like New Year's Eve. So, before New Year's Eve, since December 30th, maybe. I don't know, because I went out that night. I don't remember, honestly. I think it was like December 30th or maybe December 31st, because I moved it out. That was January 1st, because I moved it out of the hotel parking lot for the tow truck to bring it back to LA. So that's the last time I kind of actually drove it, and then drove it into the driveway here in LA. But I am deciding, I said that I wasn't going to fix it and I'm going to sell it. But after taking a bit to do the math, I'm like, okay, what I'm going to do is get this car fixed a little bit, enough to drive it locally. And then I'll be able to just drive something locally. I like this Eclipse more than the Oldsmobile Aurora. That's a 2001 Oldsmobile Aurora. It's some kind of special edition. It's a sedan. It's almost like the size of like a Continental or something. Like, it's big. One of those boat kind of cars. But it's comfy. In its day and age, it was like a little luxurious, but it's aged, and I feel like I've put more maintenance into it than anybody else in the family. But we've got like 3 old cars at this house right now. I mean, I've got money for a car, but it's the money I'm living off of right now. So I'm not prioritizing buying a car, because that's going to rush me into job choices. And right now, my job choice is what I'm doing with all this other stuff I'm doing. So right now I'm working for myself and having fun doing it, and just trying to slow down my life and have a more relaxed lifestyle so I can work on my health. That's kind of the main goal. I don't think it would have been wise for me to stay in my previous job. Like, I've got I don't talk about it much, but I've got a bit of a trauma history for sure. And just I feel like it was just, the job was just like aggravating some things, in all honesty. And I don't really talk about it much, because it's like, well, it's the job I chose, the field I chose. I loved it to some extent. It was what it was. And with the other stuff, it's just like none of it's like current. And so it's like just managing. As long as I manage my health and stress levels and everything seems pretty maintained. But even like last night, I was struggling. I think after I posted that recording late last night before I fell asleep, like, all of a sudden I was just like, re-experiencing some things, and just kind of like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, like, I don't need to talk about the details of it. It came, it went, got through it. And then last night I just had like some weird, like, stomachish thing that I'm nursing right now. But I got a combo of things like smoothies and vitamin water and Pedialyte, and just pumping myself full of little sips of stuff. And added some Pepto and some cannabis to the mix, and we're gonna keep it at that and push on. So yeah, I'm trying to just take it easy today. I wanted to do all those things in my plans, but then I was like, you know what, tomorrow I'm helping a friend with something tomorrow anyways, so at least I think. Yeah. Alright, I gotta text somebody back real quick. Just trying to schedule what time to be at a person's place tomorrow. And then what time to be at their place tomorrow. And then I'm gonna have to take this slow street because I'm driving that other old car. Yeah, because we're only gonna be driving 30 miles per hour. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm just laughing about this car. I'm trying to explain that if their cat pisses on the seats, it doesn't really matter because it's so old and okay. So I'm gonna stop laughing about that right now. Sorry. I don't know, I text people and start telling stupid jokes. But anyways, yeah, so that's kind of all I had to report. Is it? Yeah. And then it's kind of crazy because like the last thing I did was record this podcast episode, and then basically I listened to some bird singing and did listen to like this affirmations sleep track by Michael Seeley. I fell asleep before the end of it and woke up during it, so that's why I'm like, I know I didn't sleep well because I woke up twice before I had officially turned my phone off, and then a couple other times with a few bouts of bathroom runs. I had 3 basically. I don't know, you guys don't need to know all this, but anyways, it's basically what's gotten in the way of my actual plans, so I got to readjust, and now we are taking it in a different direction where I'm just capturing some sun through the nature in my driveway. But yeah, I've got some financial planning I want to do. I think I do feel better, but it's probably the Pepto, and I slept decently good, especially because I slept so late. I felt good at 10:30 when I woke up. I was like, oh cool, like I have energy. Like I didn't even drink that coffee. I actually tossed it out. I didn't even drink that coffee this morning like I said, but I did have it near my bedside, and so I didn't even drink it and I felt fine. And then yeah, so I think let me see. Okay, so let me get into this dream that I wrote down. So these were like fever dreams or something. I don't know what it was. I woke up pretty sweaty twice. Like I sleep with a beanie on a lot, so like kind of like the edges of my head, my neck, my back. I mean, people don't need to know this either, but I don't really sleep with a lot of clothes at all. Like I don't really sleep like nude, but I just wear like bottom underwear basically and just sleep like that. So most of the time, especially if I'm just by myself, it's like, who cares? So yeah, like all my torso was pretty sweaty. I don't know, this is probably a gross episode. I'm not trying to like gross people out. I don't know, I didn't see this coming, you know. Like I felt not like this yesterday, and then all of a sudden it was all this morning pretty much. And so it's been easing into the day. I did throw in that laundry late last night and then put it out to dry around a little before 11 a.m. It's windy today. It's almost 2 p.m. and they say that the wind is going to pick up at like 2, which was why, like, this morning I was like, okay, let's get up, see if I can feel better in the next few hours and then get to the beach. I even pulled my board shorts off the line, and then I was like, oh, like, like, it just didn't sound like a good idea. Like, if the car gets me stranded, or if there's not a bathroom nearby, or if I start feeling ill or like overwhelmed, I'm like, I mostly just want sun, so let me just get sun the easiest way possible, just sitting in the driveway. I don't want to aggravate this. And the reason for the edibles is because I'm gonna do some resting, napping. Again, that's not like a necessity, but I'm clearly not fully 110% well, so, And I have my theories about this. I mean, I don't really talk about this stuff too much on this podcast, but I do believe in, like, I don't know what I don't have a word for it, but basically I'm playing with the idea that possibly all of that last night or early this morning was my body purging whatever's been going on for the past like 7 days. Because like I mentioned, when I went to the mountains, I felt super odd that Sunday, and I've been in these grumpy modes for like a long time now. And, yeah, I was just feeling really odd. I'm gonna move the car back actually to get the sun a little better angled onto me. Actually, it's colder here. This is colder. Let me move up a little. I don't know. I think the garage actually blocks a lot of the wind. So I'm just going to sit with the door open, actually. Okay, that idea didn't work. I'm just going to open the door. I want my legs to have sun, too. But, alright. So I got my arms, legs, and face in the sun. Yeah, that's nice. But yeah, it was weird. But I do kind of have these beliefs around certain things. And I'm playing with the idea that some of what I experienced today, early this morning, was a form of my body kind of purging whatever situation was going on for the last 7 days or so. The reason why I say that is because, sometimes there's not like a direct link. Like I was mentioning late last night, sometimes it's just like I need to be disciplined. I need to follow the routines that are going to work for my health. And then, I can only expect to feel so much positive emotional energy and energy just in general, like motivation and everything. I can only expect so much if I'm not doing those things, and if I'm consecutively not doing them, as well as like all the isolating in the house and being indoors so much and all that jazz. Um, I know it's good for me, but just doing it sometimes is half the battle, right? And so I try not to be negative with myself, especially lately. I'm really trying to pay attention to, not being down on myself about stuff and not being so like draining my energy by the negativity. So I feel good. My stomach is like a little tender. I would say not, if I had to say 1 out of 10, 10 being bad, it would be like at 1 or half of 1. So not really, like, I notice a sensation, but it's not even really like painful. It's not even like a gurgling discomfort. It's just like a very mild like pressure. Like I notice something is like I can sense things, but it's not like intense. But that's kind of my explanation, is that there's a lot going on inside of me, and potentially it passed early this morning. The reason why I say that, and I people can believe whatever they want, but this is kind of how I choose to believe about this specific situation. I did have some psilocybin in my system, definitely had some cannabis in my system for the last 2 days near this period. And I do feel like sometimes with psychedelics and things, and hallucinogenics, they can have this property where there's a purging of some form. Like in a lot of ancient traditions, like in the Amazon and other places, it's not uncommon for people to go to a shaman, and they'll have like these rituals with the chanting and the drumming and the prayers, and it's like a spiritual experience where they take these things, and then basically this shaman is like, sometimes they'll do something like breathing it into themselves and like spitting it out, or like all this type of stuff. And like you do have those people who have those types of experiences, like with ayahuasca or peyote or whatever it may be. Some things cause like vomiting and all types of stuff like that, and other types of like intestinal situations, and a lot of cultures believe that there's like a significance to it. And interestingly enough, like with the things I was listening to last night, with how it was making me feel, with the bird singing, with the chanting and the drumming and that kind of stuff, and then the like the timeline just is a little off, because the psilocybin I took was 2 mornings. It was Friday morning and Saturday morning, and so for that specifically to hit me early Sunday morning, like at 1 a.m. or something, is I think it was like 4 a.m. and 5 a.m. I want to say approximately. I'm pretty sure about the 5 a.m. It was 5:11 a.m. When I was going to the bathroom exactly, and then that was the second time. So I don't know if the first one was like 4 a.m. But then I also was having some like really strange dreams, and I can't remember which one came first, but I wanted to talk about those because they were queer content. So let's see if I can open that. Right, it works. There's a time when this MD Notes app didn't work with Anchor, I think, or maybe it just was just me. Maybe something was weird. But oh my gosh, Bus, what's going on, buddy? Is that a U-Haul? That's a U-Haul. That thing, it doesn't sound very good. It's like backfiring. It's like backfiring and struggling. Like we're on a bit of an incline, but you would think it wouldn't sound that sounded kind of bad. So yeah. I'm gonna read from these dreams. I haven't been dreaming a lot lately, and when I have been, like, it's not as happy and chipper and like it was in summer, where I was having all these, like, I had like so many queer dreams. I was just dreaming queer dreams left and right, and something happened once I moved over here. I think it just got suppressed because I'm in like a bit of a suppressive environment, more open than some, so it's like I kind of don't even really kind of like, oh, it's oppressive, but it's like, it's oppressive, but I kind of do my own thing in my own space, in my own room, you know. Like, I got my pride flag in my car. I got an LG, like a I think it's like a QPOC LGBT sticker on a candle that a friend gave to me. I got a SD Loyal, one of those scarves for the soccer team, but it's from one of the Pride nights, and so it's rainbow. It's black with like rainbow lines. I got this Long Beach Pride from 2019. I got one of those caps that has the little Pride flag on it, and then I got a what else did I think pretty much I try to keep the lanyards for the events I go to. So I think from Vegas Pride and some of the other prides, I still have like the LA Pride wrist bracelets that I just cut off my wrist, and then the other one that I got for free, that one Pride in San Diego, the Pride Miracle year, and then I got this other bracelet. I don't think I keep it out. Maybe I do. It's just like the same that I got one for free from this guy who made them. They were like elastic bracelets with just like a snap on them that you could snap it closed, and so it's just like a rainbow elastic with a snap on it. It's a wrist, like a little wristband bracelet, and then all that stuff is just like out in my room, and I know my folks go in my room when I'm not home, and so I know they see all this stuff. And I got a pride flag in my car, and I got this, well, it's more of like a tie-dye, like a rainbow tie-dye Taos bandana tied around the passenger seat of my Eclipse car. So I've got quite a bit of rainbows all over. So I don't think, and I've shown, when I go to like drag shows or gay bars or whatever, like I usually send like at least a picture or two to family. So I don't know. So okay, here's the dream. I called it 5:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. fever dream. And I believe I had a dream before that, but maybe this dream was first and the other one was second, or this one was second and the other one was first. I don't really know, but this is the one that I woke up from, that I was like, oh, like I wish I could have stayed in that dream. I'm gonna try and blur out the names though. So I think this guy's name is Caleb Hammer. I think so he does like these financial audit videos on YouTube. So basically, in the dream, this is the dream, the first dream that I wrote. Caleb Hammer was leading a group that looked like it was low-key of some, maybe like YouTubers, actors, like creative types, at a classroom at a school that I used to go to. So let me see. Actually, this is gonna get long, so let me actually record the queer dream as its own separate episode, just to keep it. I'm gonna post it today too. I'm gonna post all this today, but let me just keep it on theme, and then I'll go back in an organized order and this current episode with the next daily reflection for day 26. So let me do it that way instead. Alright, so then you can listen to all of them in like kind of like an order, just to kind of keep the categories together. So this will be from the Stories We Tell workbook. I'll finish this episode with that because it seems more relevant, because I'm connecting last night what I recorded to all today up until this point, and then I'll do the My Queer Dreams as its own My Queer Dreams episode. So I'm gonna post them both at the same time too, so I'm not just gonna like leave people hanging. So if you want to listen to that, you can listen to that as well. All right, welcome back. Oh shoot, well maybe I'm welcoming myself back. So I said I was gonna do day 26. My phone is now at 3%. Let's see. I'm liking this book. It's actually really helpful. I mean, I'm going through it even though I'm doing it in a really messy, kind of not too focused way, but I feel like now by day 26 I'm in a space where I can kind of focus more. So I might do it again, actually. The quote by Brené Brown: "You are imperfect. You are wired for struggle, but you are worthy of love and belonging." Sorry, it's like I know these are kind of like positive quotes. That's why it threw me off at the beginning where it said you are imperfect. It's like, wait, like it's supposed to be nice. So the rest of the quote section says, for the task, I guess, as you go through today, repeat this phrase to yourself: I know my worth. I know I am worthy of love. I am worthy of respect. I am worthy of success. If another doesn't see my worth, that is okay, because I know my worth and I won't accept anything less. You go. All right, my morning intention today was well, I talked about it last night, like I wanted to do something active today, but then that turned into a slow self-care intention. By the time I realized that I wasn't going to make it to the beach, that it probably wasn't a good idea, that my body's telling me, take it easy, let's not go swimming in the ocean and jogging on the sand, kind of like just relax, chill, stay home. I'm going out tomorrow anyway, so today I'm grateful for that, for my plans for tomorrow. Today's to do, basically all day I've been trying to achieve like just feeling well and kind of forcing myself to take it easy. Morning brain dump, how I'm feeling this morning. I feel like I went through all that in the beginning, and while I'm feeling this way, I had some weird intestinal issues and some other things, as well as had an edible, and I am fine with the way I feel now, so I am not going to do anything to change or shift it, other than go in the house very soon, because my phone's going to die and it's freezing outside. My favorite part of the day was waking up feeling good and relaxed and energetic. I mean, it was 10:30, but I actually felt really good and didn't need that coffee. I mean, with the 5 things I accomplished today, I'm drinking vitamin water, had a little bit of bubbly soda, a little bit, had an acai bowl, had a perfect bar, hydrated, have some other stuff to eat later, like a smoothie and an avocado sandwich. Those are things that I accomplished today, and forced myself till almost 4:30 p.m. to not take on a lot of challenges. What I'm gonna accomplish tomorrow, let's reassess. I'm not gonna be too busy tomorrow because I've got something to do smack in the middle of the day, but probably tomorrow evening I'll be more seriously busy. Just gonna kind of relax and chill and get ready to hang with somebody. Tonight I'm sending love to everybody who is in my dreams. Oh my gosh. But seriously, like I am, even though this is just weird. It's all weird. The day isn't over yet, but I'm gonna stop recording for today. I put in a good 3 hours today, so I think we're good. But I got a lot of content out of this. Out of all this whole experience in the last couple weeks, or last week or so, that I'm talking about. But it's been going on for a little bit. It wasn't just last Sunday. Like, this has been a period of time for me. But it's fine. I feel like I'm on the other side of it, for the most part now. I feel like early this morning was the official, now you're on the other side of this, like everything peaked and now you're good. So I don't know, that's just what it feels like. I don't really, like I said, I don't really know what all this is. Maybe I'm making too much out of the flu symptoms, like, and I got a mild case of it. I don't know, but I'm gonna attribute it to something more significant than a random flu. And to me, that works better for my mind and helps. It kind of resonates a little better with kind of how I want this part of this journey to be. I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to go inside. I got some other stuff I got to just chill and do and not do this anymore at the moment. So thanks for listening.